Howdy doody, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's doing well. I'm still here. I'm still kicking and alive. Unfortunately for everybody else there, you're going to put up with me for at least an hour today. Quick alert of everybody here. Mystic was the first one in. Sorry, Mystic. Your cookies and morning cake just lost in the mail. White chairs in not southern Norfolk Southern. Well, we'll get back to that later. But you can always get me some NS stuff. That's always welcome. I've got my sidekick, Anthony, on the side. His hearing aid battery's flat, so he's got his ear to the screen.
Well, where else would a sidekick be but at the side?
Then we got Dwight. How are you, buddy? Train man, welcome. Randall, nice to see you in here. Thomas Grassus, how are you? Nice to see you. Stormy Sky, how are you guys? Hope you get that gang as well. Andy, hot dog pilot. Andy, g'day. You're up late, but welcome.
Or really early.
It's early in the morning. Yeah, he wants to get that worm in the morning. You know what they say. I don't like eating.
I didn't think Andy swung that way. No, I'm sorry. Sorry.
G'day, Terry. How are you? Welcome in the chat. And hello to everybody that's in the background. Sorry, I didn't. Hang on a minute. Daryl, how are you? Hang on. Sorry about that. I don't want you people to hear me choking while I'm coughing. So I'm gonna try to stay here for an hour. I'm still not the best. A lot better than what I was last week. Thank you so much, Anthony. You're a great partner in crime in helping me out here, and the gang that helped you out. Thank you so much for that. It was really appreciative. It's still got a long way to recovery, but I'm getting there. What else have we got to go? Daryl, happy birthday for you. Hopefully you enjoyed your cake.
Happy birthday.
I know I messed up. I put Ray. What's his name? I lost his last name.
Bertelson?
Mr. Ray that's been helping out Tammy.
Ray Bertelson, yeah.
Yeah, Bertelson. I messed up. It wasn't his birthday. It was someone else. But hey, at least I didn't forget about his birthday. It was early. Only 6 months, but yeah, I was early. Vinny, if you're in the background there, mate, I wish you a quick recovery. Hopefully you are going to be doing well. I know it sucks between most of us. I'm glad that you're still with us. Prayers and thoughts are going to you, as well as the rest of the gang from here. So, what have I been up to? Well, I got the 2 modules back in that spot. Finished the rear line of the tracks on it, where the station's going to be. I don't know. G'day, Tammy and Ray. How are you?
Hey, Tammy. Hey, Ray.
Everything lined up perfectly outside, but as soon as I got it in, those tortoise point motors, turn-up motors would give me a bit of a curry. But I've got everything together. I'm in the process of wiring it up. Hopefully I have that finished up today. I was hoping to get it done for the show, but just the way I've been feeling, it slowed me down. So it's I couldn't get it ready for today. I was just taking my time with it. Hopefully it will be running. I'll have trains running on it next week, or by the update. I will do an update next week. You turned 22 again. Okay, that's a nice age. 22. Yeah, that's a nice age, that. 22. I wish I was 18 again, since 18 is the legal age here, 19.
Yep.
Derek, how are you? Yeah, I think when I had my
Pretty good.
19th, well, some parts of my 19th was fun. I had a lot of fun when I was 19. When I was 22, I was working like a dog, but
Yeah, I've been working like a dog since I was 12 until I retired here.
and now you're working even harder.
No, it's not work.
It's not work? Okay.
I don't work. I have lots of things I'm doing, but none of it's work.
Yeah.
The only work I've been doing is some of the house remodeling, and I haven't even done that since I've been back from Germany.
Right. So, did you end up buying the house next door?
No, they won't sell.
They didn't want to say that you didn't end up buying it. So
yeah, and you have to be gentle. Both my neighbors are police, so it's not like you can send bomb threats or anything.
Oh, hi, Robin. Hang on.
Hey, Robin.
No, I meant the house next door to my place here.
Oh, that one next door to you.
Yeah, the house next door to me sold yesterday.
No, because they said there was something about a big rat problem next door to them.
Oh, okay. It's not. That's misleading information. It was a rabbit.
No, they said there was a rabbit too and a big rat.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. They only did that to try to bring the prices down. You dumb idiot. They should have bought into it. Yeah. I'm just fearing. I mean, I did see people walking around there on Friday, and the family that's going in there, I won't mention their ethnic background, but there's like 8 of them going to live in a 4-bedroom place. And I'll tell you what, hopefully it's not going to be noisy. Anthony, he's trying to get me to buy that place as well. Well, too late, Robin. You missed your boat. I mean, it's sold, but there is another one up for
at
sale.
the price at what it would cost to get American trains to Australia. I'm not moving to Australia. Not to mention, you're not going to get Joyce remotely that far away from her grandbaby.
I'll bring the grandbaby here. Just throw it on the boat, put it on the car carrier, or just come down here to Port.
We can't afford to bring everybody over, because that's about the only way Joyce and I would move is if the whole family came with us, and that would be they'd all have to get jobs, and it's just easier to stay here. I think our roots are too deep in the soil here now.
Well, they're screaming for teachers, and the school is just over the park here. It will only take it 10 minutes to walk to it.
It takes Joyce 4 minutes to walk to hers.
Yeah, but I was talking about a doodle pace. And walking, 5 minutes walk?
Yeah. Joyce's school is across the street.
Oh, wait, well. Well, where the house is, that'll make it 5 minutes. So you got to make. But this other house that's up the other end, it's only just come up for sale this week. It'd actually be ideal because it's got 2 houses on the one block, and both of them up for sale. So I haven't looked at the price, but that would be an interesting one.
Welcome to Artie's Wollongong Real Estate Show.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, it would be nice, but just, grab us a top-up, please, Andy. Got a problem. It seems to be.
Andy, it's great to have you, but you don't have to stay up. I mean, it is 2 a.m. there, and you are going to a live stream about the time I get up in the morning on Sundays.
Well, Daryl, yeah, it's all right, Robin. You are a lady, but yeah, he hasn't seen you waving the cricket bat around. You could come. Yeah, Spartanburg. Yeah, well, okay, yeah, that sounds tempting, I suppose. Yeah, after a few things that's been going on. I think I might look. I've got a few things going on in the mind at the moment. I just got to wait. I just got to wait for me to get past the surgery and past my settlement. I have got a little bit of a plan going on at the moment where I'm not going to be able to get a permanent residency in the United States. One, the age is going against me. Secondly, nobody wants to marry me for me over in America. They just want me for this. So that's out of the question. Not that I've got any money. Robin can turn around and say, vouch for that. I've got no money. But the way I'm planning out, I suppose I can have a bit of United States and a bit of Australia at the same time. With the new visa that I have now got, I can actually be there for 3 months at a time. I've got a lot less restrictions on it than what I did have with the visa waiver. So I can shoot over to Canada, spend a few weeks over there, come back and spend another 3 months. And as soon as that white stuff starts falling on the ground, I can leave. I can run away from that white stuff you guys got to get on the ground there and come back over here to where it's warmer. We'll just see and wait to see how things pan out roughly in the next 4 months. So I'm not going to quite get too excited, too depth in it, but I've got an idea what I'm going to do. But I will be stateside a bit more often after all this medical issues and that with the wreck that I had is settled. So now I'm going to put on up. I'll bring it in. Let some people come up. I'm only going to stay up for a rough about an hour because, as I said, there's things I need to do. I'm still recovering from that bad virus that's going around in this neighborhood. You can call it the white stuff. You can't call it white stuff anymore with Hunter. We're not going there, Derek. Oh yeah. Okay. When those icicles form on the ground. Okay. Is that politically correct? Probably not. Yeah, but we won't go into that, Derek. Yeah, I've heard about that, and it's mysterious. I mean, yeah. Right. So where am I up to? This week, as I said, I'm going to hopefully the wiring. I'm hoping to finish that off today in the back room, and then I've got. Hang on a minute, people. Hang on.
Well, hi, everybody. How are you? Already, in case you haven't figured it out, is off-screen hacking his lungs out, but he'll be back shortly. Of course, he's always back shortly because he's only about so tall.
What, you're picking on short people again?
No, just you.
Okay. I missed it.
I got nothing against short people. I just get sick and tired of being asked to hand them stuff from the top shelves.
Well, start walking on your hands and knees, and no one's going to ask you, are they?
That sounds a little twisted, Artie.
Well, you know me. I'm a twisted person. Just like you are. That's why we hang around together so much.
Different types of twisted. Mine doesn't involve kangaroos. Yeah, I sent it, and they reset it. They apparently sent the same one back. I thought they might replace it, but they sent it back. It is running better, but I'm still not happy with it. It's running better, but it just doesn't have it. But I saved a lot of money because they shipped it back for free, which would have been about $20, $25 to send that from Germany. and I took it with me to Germany and then mailed it. It only cost me like $7 to mail it from where I was staying in Germany to the dealership, and then they sent it back for free. And that's all it cost me was the €7, so about $7.35, $7.70, somewhere in there, about $7.50, I guess, to send it back and get it dealt with. It is running smoother. The motor is not making a sound anymore. So they definitely repaired some things, but it's still just not running to the scale speed it should be running. So I'm going to mess with it, maybe try to reset a couple of CV codes.
Right. Okay. I've got to top up. Yeah. So my next stage is I've got a friend coming around on. Yeah, it's 2 sugars. Yeah, extra strong there too, Andy. G'day, Marty. How are you?
Hey, Marty Strange, welcome in.
First, I've got a friend coming around on Tuesday to help me rearrange the room or getting a new table in and out in the training room. So there's going to be big changes happening in that room. Yes, Anthony.
No, I just wanted to go back to that conversation we had before you walked away about as somebody who is a tall person, I do get asked all the time when I'm in stores and that by shorter people if I would hand stuff to them from upper shelves. And they have no problem asking me to do that. But if I turn around and ask them if they would hand me something from a bottom shelf, they look at me like I am an evil demon. Is this not unfair? Isn't this unfair?
Yeah, well, you got a good point there. You got a good point there.
Excuse me, sir, could you hand me that bag of flour up there on the top shelf? And I'm like, yeah, could you hand me that box of noodles down there? You can't get it yourself?
No, it's too. No, it's hard for me to bend on the waist down. Yeah, but I mean, but he goes back. He goes like that with many other things. You know, it's like you help out. The person asks for help, but when you want to help, it's like, can't you do it yourself? Exactly. That's the mentality of a lot of people today. Sadly, there's only a tiny few that actually, basically, like you help them and they help you. There's, yeah, what happened? What we had in the past? Or can you pass that over for me? Or, I mean, going up the shopping centre up here, it's like you want to get in somewhere, and here they are, like, especially in the grocery department, like in the greens aisle, they just sit there and look into the list, and you're sitting there waiting because you want to get in there waiting. And they sort of like look at you and they go, oh, just excuse me, and they just sort of like turn around and give you a dirty look. I just want to go in there. I want to get some stuff, and they just give you that dirty look. I'm like,
well, now we're into a whole category, pet peeves of shopping. That has nothing to do with trains, of course, but one of my biggest pet peeve is the person who's shopping and they've got their cart, and whether they're on their phone or not, it doesn't matter, but they're usually on their phone and they're staring at all the stuff on one side of the aisle, but they got their cart blocking the other half of the aisle. You know, they're saying like, yeah, Marge, yeah, how many jars do you think we need? Yeah, you know, it's like, keep your cart on your side.
But talking about that, it's not just the carts. I don't know. I tell you what, they got to do random drug and alcohol testing with pedestrians in shopping centres and sidewalks. Nobody can walk straight.
Yeah, but the UK would be arrested.
Oh, same here. Oh, man. Look, you're walking in the street. I mean,
I mean, I've been to New York City, but they actually are fairly consistent with the crosswalks. But in the UK, the signs and the lights for pedestrian crossings mean nothing. On the flip side, Joyce and I, of course, just spent over a week in Austria on top of the 3 weeks in Germany. But we were in Austria, and oh my God, people on bicycles in Austria own the road. whether it's cars or pedestrians. It's nuts. In Germany, there's a sidewalk for walkers, a sidewalk for bikers, or a lane on the street for bikers, and then the cars. And it's always the pedestrians are the furthest away from the street, then the people on bicycles, and then the cars. And in Germany, everybody follows those rules. Very, they follow that. If you're a walker, you stay in the walker. In Austria, they barely mark where the pedestrian and the bike rider should be, and the bikers just ride on everything. And in Germany, if you're in a biker's way, they have a little bell that they'll ring. They'll go cling, 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 cling. And in Austria, no, they'll just hit you.
Sydney's like that at the moment. Like, we've got the George Street, we've got George and Pitt Street, but George Street in particular, where you've got the light rail going through. Do you know who the worst are out of everybody? Those menu logs, those food delivery, home delivery guys. Like, it's bad enough that pedestrians can't walk straight, but here they are zooming in and out here, and in between the trolleys. I'm like, my therapist says I've got to get out. I'm not going to get run over by one of these. G'day, Daryl. G'day, John and Randall and Robin. But I'm
Hey, Anthony. Everybody else.
We have an unspoken rule here where people stick to the left as you walk along this sidewalk, and you're walking straight, but here the people walking like this, and I'm going, I'll stop, and they're still coming at you. Stopped, and they're still walking at you. It's like, hello, I've stopped. What's that? When I go shopping, I'll always ask if they have. Oh, gee, you guys are that hard up there.
Hey, Randall, what are you eating?
Yeah, you got to
I'll
share.
show you.
Yeah, show us.
They put a sticker on it, but there it is.
All right.
Ooh.
Snickers.
They're Snickers cookies. Pretty good too.
Oh, I can imagine.
And by the way, that's the name of the store too. So
Randall, you missed your chance.
What's that? Oh
yeah.
Right there's the name of the store right there. So it's just right across the road from the depot.
Right on. How convenient.
It's pretty convenient, yeah. There's a McDonald's over there too with a B&Q caboose sitting there. So
Randall, when somebody asks you what you're eating, you're supposed to go, here, look.
Yeah. Well, I don't think people want to see the inside of my mouth. It's too horrifying.
No, look, this is legitimate because they didn't ask what's in your little plastic tin. They asked, what are you eating? You're not eating that. You're eating it in your mouth.
It's one of the fake South. He's a bit slow, Anthony.
Yeah, I don't think too quickly. I'm not good at thinking on my feet.
It's a different time zone. You'll think of it in an hour.
Oh, yeah.
I will never ask Anthony what he's eating, ever.
Good choice. Now, if you ask what I'm having for dinner or lunch, then it'll be less rude.
Yeah.
So my Friday stream always ends with discussion of what's dinner because Joyce starts about 5:30 whispering in my ear about what are we going to do for dinner.
So did you enjoy your ice cream last night?
Yes, it was very good. We had ice cream dinner last night. That's one way we can still eat ice cream and not worry about gaining weight is we just replace a meal. So instead of having whatever for dinner, we just go get a small ice cream sundae.
See, I like those ice cream sandwiches.
Yeah, see,
and my dad likes them too.
What the steak and sausage flavored ice cream would be like.
Oh God, don't even go there. Quick story. I don't think I've told it on your channel, but Germany is famous for a type of ice cream called spaghetti ice, which translates as spaghetti ice cream. And what they do is they take vanilla ice cream and they stick it through a noodle extruder so it looks like noodles. Then they take a raspberry or cherry jelly sauce and put it on to look like, like spaghetti sauce. And then they take grated white chocolate and put it on top to look like Parmesan cheese. So you can get it anywhere in Germany and parts of France and Austria, and that they call it spaghetti ice. And it's very popular, but it's just normal tasting cherry or raspberry and vanilla flavored ice cream. So one day, a few years ago, we're in Munich, and there's this place advertising chili chocolate ice cream.
Ooh.
And I thought, oh, it's going to be like strawberry ice cream. It's going to be like chili, but they use chocolate. They use chocolate chunks to look like the meat and whatever they're going to. I just thought it'd be the same thing. So I thought, oh, what the hell? I'll try it. And I take a bite out of it, and I'm eating it, and you taste this really good, high-quality chocolate. And then you get this weird aftertaste. You're like, what's that? Then you take the second bite, and it starts to taste even weird. And then you took a third bite, which was the last one I took. And I just started retching. I was like, oh, my God, what is this? What the hell? And my students are laughing at me. And I was like, you try it. And each of my students went through the same reaction. They tried a little bit, and by that second and third bite, they start going, oh, my God. This is because they load it with chili powder. So it literally is chocolate with chili. What sadistic son of a came up with the idea of mixing chili powder and chocolate?
That's not a good combination.
No.
They did the same thing with chocolate biscuits in Australia, and we got caught because we thought the label, because it had red on it, we thought it was cherries or something, and one bite, oh my God. It was, stupid. I don't think they're on the market anymore.
I've heard of that from Myrtle Beach. I need to get down to Myrtle Beach and check it out. And I heard that type of ice cream down there. But I know, like with Marsha, when she was really into making a lot of fancy cakes and that. But there are a few places where they make cakes and ice cream, make it look like a main course dinner, particularly with the cakes. It looks like a steak sandwich or a steak dinner or a roast dinner or a roast chicken. But in actual fact, it's not what it is. It's actually cake. And
got a train parked in front of him.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the train I just picked the crew up. Yeah, that's the crew I just picked that's the train I just picked the crew up off of just a minute ago. And take a look at that one boxcar right there. Look what's graffitied on it.
Oh, yeah.
But take a good close look at Mario. He's got a beard.
Yeah. Okay.
Mario's allowed to change it.
And Princess Toadstool looks like she's been in fight night. So,
I gotta say, whoever's done that they've done a good. I don't really like graffiti on trains, but when you see stuff like that, it's not too bad. It's not just.
Oh, there's some good stuff right here. Like there's a hopper car, and I don't know if you guys can see it or not down there, but it's got. What was that show? It used to be on Adult Swim, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I think is what it was called. I've never seen it, but I recognize the characters on it from the previews. But yeah, so
I mean that's not too bad.
I'm so weird. I hate graffiti. I know you see it everywhere, but I hate it.
We have a spot. Go on, Randall.
I was just going to say, what's the thing about these cars? These are not very old cars. They've already got graffiti covering them. So
yeah, they must have been down. They must have been down Daryl's way to get. What do you call it? You get those markings. There's one that's been graffitied.
Yeah, there you go.
And that was on my video Friday, and look at it. It's got graffiti on it. Didn't have it on there on Friday. So it looks like
I just left it back home. Some Keebler else did it. This is my first Menards cover. Did you see my video yet, Artie?
I haven't. I'm behind with everybody's videos at the moment.
Well, I got to show you this.
I mean, I've been behind with my mates' videos. I started watching, but I haven't got the computer in my training room. Just, hey. Don't tell me you picked that up for $10.
No, I paid $80 for this.
Oh, okay.
It was at estate sale, and then I went shopping today at another estate sale, and I bought a handful. I didn't know if you want to see all that.
Well, yeah, there's vandalism and there's art. I mean, with the graffiti, I mean, we had one section up by Coniston Station, and a nice new wall it got actually hit by some artists. But it's funny how things happen, because whatever was painted up there, like this nice figures being painted, it was actually quite nicely done, and it hasn't been touched. None of the other, like the graffiti painters or whatever you want to call it, taggers, none of them have come over there and damaged it. They've left it alone. And even the owners and the railways, they're like, well, it's not being tagged. It looks half decent. They've left it alone. So there are nice paintings around. But when you start seeing all that scribble and whatnot, it's like it's off-putting. Sorry, man. Long story. You know, there is art, but there's art. G'day, Chris. How are you? There's nice artwork, but there's also what do you call it? For the sake of just destructing and putting paint on it, and just put a scribble on it.
Well, they found graffiti at Pompeii and Herculaneum, preserved from Pompeii.
Yeah.
So it's always been around. It's nothing new.
No.
Maybe it's a little more widespread, a little more prevalent, but I don't know. I just whatever it was that in my upbringing, I just if it's not your property, don't touch it. You know, I just have sort of that mentality. If it's not your property, don't touch it. Don't put anything on it. Don't do anything.
I've seen a few spots in the United States. I don't know how popular it is out there. But around here in Wollongong, Sydney, and parts of Melbourne, like where the old plain boring walls were. G'day, Gerard. How are you? Gerald?
Hey, Gerald.
They've actually got artists, and they even have some of the nice, graffiti artists. They actually had them go in there, do something to dress that wall up. And it's amazing. Like, since they've been doing that, you haven't been getting that random bombardment of painting on walls. Oh no! Don't tell me,
John.
Just tilt a little.
Is it bad light?
Yeah, just getting that.
There
Oh,
There you go.
I'm keeping that one.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I keep that one too.
Now this one I bought this. This is a nickel plate coal car, but I bought it to get the box. Look at this box.
oh,
They had-
man.
They had about 5 of these
Oh, so
boxes.
Barney.
One. And and I had to grab the Barneys. If they had a good car in it, I bought them. But I bought, this one was cool. This is a B&O work car,
Oh, yes.
but this is about 1950s because it's got a metal bottom. And look at those metal cars.
What?
And today the sale was half price. So I got all these cars for $2.50. And then
I'll be back in a little bit. I'm just going out the back to cry, okay?
and then some of the boxes had 2 cars, so I paid $1.25 for each car.
No, no, no. Not fair.
And
Somebody's live out there.
look, these are Atherin, and one of these boxes I had found a couple Rebel in them, so those are really old.
Hang on a minute. There's something wrong with those trains. There's something wrong with those trains. I don't know if anybody else picked them up, picked it out yet.
Look at that with 5. The tanker car with 6. What do you call it on top of it?
6
Yeah.
domes.
Yeah, 6 domes on it.
Hello, Andy. How are you?
Wow. Hey, Andy T. How are you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. We'll bore you to death.
And then I'm an unofficial worker for the city of Ann Arbor now. I can put that on my car and go to Ann Arbor
You have my sympathies.
and act like I work there.
Don't expect to get paid.
There's I had to bring these cars out because Ohio Steam and Steel said so.
I don't know if anyone has actually picked out a problem, and it's not. It's not what Andy's saying. It's not that they're not in Australia, but you have a look on those carriers. You're actually pick out there is actually something wrong with those trains.
Oh, I've got a pair of Rio Grande trailers, John.
Yep. I got a couple semi kits in here.
But they're not like those. They have the orange speed lettering on them, or the Flying Rio Grande, however they call it.
I got a stack of 7 Lionel signs. Now I really like this one. This is old kit. I got to put it together.
That's a blue box. Actually, can you do me a favor, please, John?
Chicago, Illinois.
Can you show me the steel plate? That's the weight in that carriage. That's in that kit if you can get it.
Oh, yeah, this is a Barney car. Let me see if it's in here.
Just the steel weight that's useful weight in it. Sounds like someone's bank manager bringing them up.
I don't think there's any weight in this. I think you had to add your own.
Okay. Because I tell you what, for what you paid for those trains, for those carriages, when you have a look, I mean, I'll pick it out straight away. There's no rust in them. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the instruction.
There's no rust on the metal weights on the old Atherin ones. There's no rust on it. There's no pigmentations of rust on them.
These people's house was immaculate. And I'm telling you, they had their basement was bigger than my house. And they had 2 garages. And they were not I mean, the saddest part about going to estate sales, you figure somebody usually died. They either died or they're moving. And either way, they had, a lot of stuff to get rid of.
But a lot of that stuff is like in that movie that I watched last night on TV, where the guy ended up going in the bomb shelter in 1961, and the sun came up the surface, and they had all these baseball cards, and the guy was going to give him $500 when it's actually worth $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. Okay, the wife's checking up on you. See what
my old lady just scared the shit out of me.
Bastard.
That was a semi and a trailer in that one.
She's like, oh, but I sent you up the road to get some groceries and you come home with trains.
Oh my God. I don't know if you guys can see this, but no, you can't see it. What it is one of my dogs is on top of my pickup truck. But he's a little bulldog.
Hello, Scott Rose. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Scott Rails. Getting a bit of the UK Great
Yeah,
Britain.
look at this deal. Look at this deal.
Yeah, but I paid $1 each for them.
$1 each, you probably able to flog them off for about $80, $90. Pristine condition.
Hopefully I can sell them for $90 each. Here's double semis. I'll see if Crooked Dave wants to buy these.
Oh, the old Freightliners.
Yeah, I had to buy those because I know everybody likes those.
So those cab not carbon.
This is missing wheels, but I got enough wheels that I want to bring that back to life. I'm going to have to add weight and find some wheels for it. I got 7 Lionel signs. And then here's B&O co-cars. 2 in the box, so I paid $1.25 for those. There's 2 more semis. And that's the whole bang from that show.
Well, if you want anyone ever go to the train shows and go into the train state, go and take young John there with them. They'll definitely get a bargain.
Yeah, we don't see prices like that here, do we?
Oh, definitely not.
I showed this in my video. The Brotherhood of Railroad Signaling. That was from the last estate sale there. This was a doctor in Ottawa Hills that they were, he had a huge collection. Got me a Marlboro racing pen. I got to learn how this camera works. This was cool. This is the American Freedom Train. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a steam engine on.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple people on the back of it. But this one I really like. Electric Railway, Cleveland, Toledo, Detroit. That's back when,
Railway, yep.
when we had trolleys. GM, about World War II, bought all the trolley businesses and put them out of business so they could sell buses.
Yep.
That's how government works.
No, it wasn't government. It was corporations.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying our government works for the corporations, is what I'm saying. And around
They did it. GM did that in Chicago, Toledo, Detroit, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Columbus. Took out bought them all up, shut them down so that they could sell their buses and trucks.
Mystic, I tell you how many trains John John's got. You take the number of what I've got, multiplied by
10.
Yeah, Ford was a part of it
and then
too.
divided by 3. Okay, it still comes out better than what I've got. Yeah. So yeah. I think he's outdone. I think he's outdone everybody here.
Flush the toilet.
Together. Yeah.
Mystic on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple ends here I want to show him.
Oh, there
By the
you
way,
go.
I didn't tell you how long that train was. This train that you're looking at right here is 8,905 feet long.
How long?
And it weighs 8,900. It's a little over 8,900 feet long. The head end's sitting at 2 mile. The rear of the train is probably sitting right near the bridge that goes over the tracks.
So,
The rear DP's head.
So if I put it upright here, vertically,
And it weighs 9,500.
way up. That's
It's over 9,500 tons. So,
okay. Okay. Now, Mystic asked me a question before. Why CSX and not Norfolk Southern? Well, I think there's two reasons for that. Is one is basically I end up having the Chesney trains first. G'day, Spinrock, how are you?
well, I guess I'll take a crew to the hotel. I'll be right back, Artie.
Righto. I've got the Chesney trains first, and then when I went up to Brisbane, this is way before I met up with Robin, I ended up seeing more CSX engines than Norfolk Southern. Actually, you hardly seen any Norfolk Southern stuff, so that's why I've gone into CSX and Chesney. Okay, Tammy and Ray, you guys have a great night. We'll catch up to you very, very soon. And man, I tell you what, they're really smashing into their layout. They're really big progress. Oh, hang on. Well, look at this.
Good night and
That
take
time
care,
is running his
Tammy
train
and
at
Ray.
proper speed. Look at that.
Yeah, that's what you call highballing.
That time. That's how we run our trains there. Yeah. Because you see, you got the passenger train sitting right up its clapper.
Well,
But
that gives a different effect.
Yeah, it does. But if you can actually run your train at that speed and they stay on the tracks, you know you've done good track work.
Hey, Artie, can you make me big?
Mate, no, I can't do that, mate. I'm not a miracle worker.
All right. This is for Mystic. This is the other end scales I wanted to show them. There's one caboose. I got to put these so they ain't going to fall.
That's a nice caboose, that, even though it's in scale.
Well, that's a nice caboose there, John.
That's really good.
And then here's a couple end scale that I bought it just because they were neat pieces. Let me take the cover off.
Be right back.
That's a vinegar car or water. Let me see what it say. Water Company, Chicago. And then here's a missile. So it must be a military car. Is it going to show? No, of course not. But I just bought these because they were pretty neat. There's a missile on the car.
Cool.
And then this is like an aluminum flat car with containers on it.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Your other brother, John's behind you.
Oh. Yeah, he's watching over me.
Yeah.
I got to take the lid off.
I don't know which one's better looking.
Well, it's a draw, really. It depends on which one's drinking more. So I haven't drank in 6 years, so I don't know.
That's good for you, John.
There,
I don't drink anymore either.
here's an N scale car truck. Looks like a Model T style car. And then the last one is, I don't know what kind of flatbed this is, but that's a lowrider. Take the lid off. But I just bought these because they were weird looking. Was at an auction sale. And they were selling. And then a friend of mine, I just seen him at that sale where I bought the O. He's opening a store here within a week. So I got a new store opening up near me. So I'll have a video for you all about that. That's going to be on the east side of town here in Millbury, Ohio. So I'll let you guys all know about it.
So is this another train shop?
Yeah, a friend of mine's opening it.
Oh, okay.
It's a guy.
His name's not Anthony, is it? Is it?
No, we're just going to have a sale at his house.
Oh, at Anthony's house. Okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, he's going to need to be a Markland. He might be a Markland dealer.
All right, make me small. Make the pain go away. Oh, I forgot these. These I bought for myself. There's like 6 of them, but they're passenger cars. They were all Pullmans.
Oh, wow.
And this green color, I have about 20 of the New York Centrals, but now I can mix the Pullmans in because, you know, the railroads rented cars from Pullman. But let me see. These got the mail cars with the doors. And
are they undecorated ones?
Yeah, basically, well, they say Pullman. That's all they say. Pullman and U.S. Postal Service. So they're not undecorated, but they don't have a.
How many did you get? How many of them did you get, John?
6 of them.
Full set. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I had to pay $15 for 5 of them and $2.50 for one of them. And I got lighting systems to put in them, so I'll make them all lighted to go with my other ones, and just pretend I'm a kid again and run them around the track.
Yeah, they'll look nice at my new station.
Yeah, they will. I can sell you my New York Central ones now that I got these. These ones are nice.
I'll be really interested in later on down the track with some plain Pullman ones without any railroad markings on it. Because the line that I'm actually modeling is a shortcut they used to go from Spartanburg, Greenville over the mountain over into Tennessee. And I've actually got a fair few heavyweights that I actually repainted. I
got this for when you get close to my house, Artie.
Oh, yeah. What is it? A red one or an orange one? An orange one.
It's a red one.
Red one. Oh, okay. Yeah, we had a few of them flying around here yesterday.
Oh, say, Artie, you should recognize a red light when you see one.
Oh,
John.
At least it's just the red and hasn't got the blue with it on top.
Usually when I see one of these, it's behind me. But I do have to say, since I quit drinking, I haven't seen one of these in a while. But I don't drive truck anymore. And I was just saying to my old lady, you know, I haven't been pulled over by the police since I quit driving truck. And then today I was driving by Eastern Michigan, where the team plays football, and university cop was following me down the street. And I got a foot hanging out the back of my trunk. And I said, watch this cop's going to pull me over. And when I say the usual Michigan fan is in the trunk, that they might not like that joke.
Yeah,
You know-
when you do stuff like that, the coppers don't see the funny humour in it straight away. The
You know,
pranks are
Toby Keith had a song. You ain't much fun since I quit drinking.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I tell my old lady. Oh, I got a new caboose. I got to show you my caboose. Where
Another
is it?
caboose. Okay.
I got to find it.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
a pepper.
That's up front. Hold on a second.
Yeah. No, we actually got it. The police haven't been very, very quiet with the
Good night, Bob.
good night, Bob. Take care, bud. They've been very, very quiet around here with the random drug and alcohol testing lately, but they've been really hitting hard with doing door visits at the moment around here. So I'll be right. I've got my icing sugar stashed away somewhere. But yeah, they've been very busy doing other things here at the moment. But it's been quiet. It's nice. It's been nice and quiet. Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna get for this week in my videos. I will get an update done probably about Tuesday, or Wednesday. We've got a whole heap of doctor's appointments again this week, so I will be missing out on a lot of people's streams, unfortunately.
Oh man.
What?
I turned my mic back on already. It'll be a couple minutes before I get back to the depot.
They're gonna do some work.
By the way, I did get a look at the DP on the rear of that train. It's it's an XBN 70 Mac that's on the rear of it. That's still in the green and cream scheme.
Those are the Rebel I was telling you about. I got for $1 each.
Oh wow.
$1.25. And then here's a car I got for $2.50 with the load.
Yeah, I got one of them.
Yeah. I thought the caboose was in here. Where's the caboose? I got a really cool old caboose.
That 5-finger digital command system you got there, Anthony, is working very well.
What's that?
Well, just met a Split 55 Chevy.
That 5-digit DCC controller that you have when your left hand is working very well.
Well, I just put new wheels on this old car. This is a very old car. It's a little roached, but it's 60, 70 years old. It was given to me for free by a guy in Germany. I've got a video on my channel that explains the story about these. This one was dropping one of its wheels, so I put new axles in. I should say wheels, but axles. And it's a different axle system than any of the new cars I have, so it's very interesting. The bogies are independent drive; they're not connected. So maybe you guys that collect olders, but these bogies bounce up and down independently of each other on both sides. So that's really interesting to me, but definitely maintains contact that way. I had not seen a model train. Of course, I've got limited knowledge of especially older stuff, and this is a 60-year-old German. But yeah, this is not broken. I'll turn it this way, and then when I turn it around, you'll see it's going the other way. These axles are completely independent of each other, and then the bogies they're on shift up and down independently of each other. They're not tied together with anything across.
Was that from the guy? G'day,
Yeah.
Dave. How are you, buddy? Is that from the guy that you got that Shinabus?
Yeah. Same guy I got the Shinabus from. Yeah, which is over there now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've just been I've got some gun oil, which actually is very good for restoring and protecting old metal cars.
Yeah.
So I've got some gun oil, and I'm going to start cleaning these up with the gun oil. And I've debated on repainting them, but I've talked to a couple of people that said don't. It's so hard to color match. Don't try to repaint them. I did want to cover over the rust spots on here, but I've been told just leave the rust there and call it weathering.
Yeah.
I'm not real good at scenery, so you're going to see these on my layout. That's 2 new buildings, and then I got these. You just cut it in half, and that's 4 new buildings for my layout. Cover up my nasty walls. And then here's that caboose. Now you'll like this, Artie. This is an old caboose.
Hey, Dave, Crooked River.
Let's have a look at your caboose.
Isn't that what the doctor said?
Yeah, I said your caboose is all worn out.
Yeah.
And that's made out of wood, handmade.
Oh, man, that is going back.
I got a fixed chimney, but I got to put couplers on it. But this is going to be a dust collector. I'm just going to put it off to the side somewhere.
Oh, who is it that models this era? Is it you, Mystic, or is it Wigwag that models that era? Can't remember now.
Oh, when I was there at the sale today, they had a bag of lights that said Wigwag. And I was thinking, man, I should buy it.
So the bugger's offloading his cookies, is he? That's it. We're not going to give him any more. Don't you do, Mystic? Don't you do the old steam era from back in the late 1800s, 1900s, 1800s?
No, Mystic's kind of up to date.
Oh, it is. That must be Wigwag then. I can't remember. It is one of the regular viewers.
Correct.
I know Edward Cady from Happy Valley Hobbies does late 1800s era.
Yeah, that's probably who it is then. Yeah, I'll cut. Whoa, hang on. We have. Here you go. This is your container train supposed to run there, Daryl.
I love it.
Yep.
You see, not as slow as yours does. It's got to go B&F speed. And then we're going to see a container bounce off. Junie. Yeah.
I think that'll be my next model of some well wagons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually.
Oh, that one's got spine cars on. That's been a while since I've seen them.
I do like container trains.
So this train isn't spineless. Is that what you're trying to say, Randall?
Do what, Artie?
So this train isn't spineless?
No, it's not spineless this time. But it's been a hot minute since I've seen those types of cars on these trains. So.
Yeah.
Is that just a flat car that you're talking about, or?
Yeah, it's just flat car. They haul trailers and containers on them. So.
Okay.
But they're articulated. They're not an individual car. They come in 3 and 5 unit sets.
Oh, okay.
They're
No.
basically Robin. They're basically just a frame. Like you've got the main chassis frame in between, with container bolsters on the ends, where the containers sit.
Yeah.
But with the American spine cars, they actually do have a flat platform where they put the truck trailers up on the back of them. And they got like a fifth wheel they can actually hook up to it.
Is that like trailer rail that we had here?
No. Trailer rail is totally different. Trailer rail is totally different. The closest thing that we have something similar to, but we do not put truck trailers on ours. anymore. We've only put the containers on the 40-foot and 48 foots. The longest containers we have here is 48 foot. They are trialling them down south in Victoria to Perth. They are doing the 53 foots, but they're very, very restricted at the moment because it's just way too long.
Somewhere in Canada, they're trying 60-foot containers, is what I was hearing.
That's too long. That's too long. 60 foot.
Yeah, but I guess they've been trying it. So.
Look, you guys are already struggling to get around the street to 53-foot trailers.
Yeah.
Going 60 foot, especially with your driving laws over there, you can't do it. Over here we probably could, but over there you can't.
If they start trying to go 60 foot here, the truckers are going to ride. I mean, they're having a hard time. Like you said, they're having a hard enough time with 53 footers. So.
And you can't. And you see, as I read it in my, because I've got the CDL handbook here. As I see it in the handbook, it's illegal to do hook turns in the United States. Here it's legal because if a big vehicle is doing a hook turn, you're not allowed to overtake it. Right? If you overtake and you end up getting caught up in between it, you're in the wrong, not the truck, not the semi. But over there, like if the truck's doing a hook turn and the car goes in between it, it's still the truck driver's fault. Until they change that law, you just can't do it. Like I have a look around, Greer and some of the spots in Greenville, but particularly in Greer, which is between Spartanburg and Greenville. And you look at some of those buildings that are right on the edge of the street. I mean, there's no way in the world. No, 60 foot it's all right for a long haul, but even then you haven't got the infrastructure.
Well, see, between here and Porsche, Arkansas. By the way, Porsche is spelled Portia, not like the car manufacturer. But between here and there, it's so hilly right here, and a lot of times you get behind one of these 18-wheelers that's loaded, and they're down to maybe 20 miles an hour going up these hills. So, and it's 2-lane road for the most part. I mean, you got little passing lanes here and there, but I'd say probably at least 80% of it's 2-lane.
You see, they got a law here now. Okay, we've got these what do they call them? They call them A doubles. They're basically a road train, but it's shortened by about 8-9 feet with the drawbar between the two trailers. It looks like a road train, but it's a shortened version of it. But requirement to have that driving around the city, you can't have it less than 550 horsepower. It's got to be above 550. All our B doubles, in particular, got to be above 550 horsepower. Otherwise, you will not get it registered, and you can't pull two trailers with it.
That's interesting. I didn't know there was a minimum horsepower that you guys had to make.
Yeah, we've actually got a minimum horsepower. The only way you can get with below 550 horsepower, there was one company here that did it, Linkfox. It's only because his actual weight of the whole B double was roughly about, the payload was roughly about 4 ton. And the only reason why it was that light is because it was either carting cornflakes or he's carting tissue paper everywhere. And the tissue paper's got no weight in it. Right? But basically, we have actually, it used to be 500, but now they've actually increased it to 550 horsepower. Is the minimum horsepower requirement for you to register just a tractor unit as a BW unit or road train unit.
William was hauling empty soft drink cans the other day. Had a
Yeah, well,
feed
there's no way in that.
both trailers full. It was about 4 ton. He said it didn't even. It felt like he had nothing in the back at all.
Yeah. But they'll be you'll have a lot of bounce in it though.
And
But,
they shipped them from Brisbane to Melbourne, and then they bring them back up as well. So it's a really weird setup. They bring up cans with no labels on them or no printing on them.
Yeah.
They bring them up here to have printing on them, and then they ship them back, and then they get filled.
There's a
Seems
place,
productive, doesn't it?
yeah. Well, there is a place in Fairfield, Maryland, in Sydney that does aluminium cans and tin cans. Well,
That's a dining car, Artie.
oh yes, please.
And there's the window hanging out the back. I got to put that back in, but yeah, I really love this
Those
car
are
and the detail on
yeah,
it.
those Lathrop cars really nice.
Yeah, now this is like World War II era. So
See, I've got a baggage car from that same time period, but it's a Pennsylvania baggage car.
yeah, I got them too. I got Pennsylvania, New York Central, and New Haven. And here's this is a different style roof, but it's Pullman, and it's
Yeah, I've got a few of those that are actually repainted, but I use the British
this says
Brunswick green on mine.
William Penn on this one.
Yeah, Melbourne is a long run, high steam. I mean, what did I do it in? 20, 28, 29 hours. 29 hours, roughly. 29 hours I did it in. Couldn't do that now non-stop. Cameras will stop us. But, yeah, we used to do it 29, 30 hours. Actually, I haven't seen him on here. Old Les, he was here last weekend, and we were talking about the things and how we used to do the runs. You know, you can't do that anymore. But we weren't that stupid back then either. I mean, when we were tired, we'd just pull over and go to sleep. Nowadays, guys would just keep going, even when they're half asleep, they still try to push.
Yeah, they don't do so much now with all the point-to-point cameras and stuff. And William was saying that he's gone through a course and he's got he can do 14 hours.
Bugger that.
But then he's got to have a 24-hour break every 7 days or something. So
Yeah, I'll bugger that. 12-hour days is enough. When you get
but his boss is pretty good. If they've gone past that, you know, being able to drive anymore, yeah, they just pull over.
Yeah. The 14 hours for the driving for us truck drivers, like what I used to do, like going from Brisbane, say here to home, it worked out brilliantly because with my 12-hour driving, it only gets me, like Robin knows where it is. Like to come from Rocklea, from your place, Robin, to here in my truck, I can only get as far as Waterfall. And that's it. With my driving hours. From Waterfall down to here, I cannot go anymore. The only way I have to dodge the camera to not to get caught because we've got a camera down. But I was lucky I was able to go down Bulleye Pass instead of Mount Ousley because my depot was down below, but I had to take the trailers off. But now you can't do that either because now they've got the camera down there catching these foreign drivers that have been brought over trying to dodge the cameras, bringing a big B double down Bulleye Pass when they're not supposed to be coming down there in a B double. Just to dodge the cameras. Well, anyway, people, hey?
Anthony, that was a really good stream the other day.
Oh, thank you.
Really fast, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I figured it bored most people, but you know.
No, it was good, and all the different trains you had running, and And even on the floor, I wouldn't put trains on the
Oh,
floor.
on my live stream. I thought you were talking last Friday's stream for Artie.
No, my dog would have had those little trains.
Yeah.
I'm lucky, A, no dog, and B, we have gates that the cats don't come past. So we keep the cats away from down here.
Yeah, Spiky likes trains, so that's a bit of a worry.
I'm gonna have to work out. I'm gonna have to see what
And my
fits
grandson Kyan, he loves the trains, so he already knows not to mess with them too much.
You're not worried about sucking them up in the vacuum cleaner, or?
No, I've got a shop vac that I vacuum around the track with and dust, and then they're too big to fit up the hose of the vacuum.
Yeah, you just see this little patch that hasn't been cleaned out for months.
No, I actually see that was the thing. The first live stream I did back from Germany is I hadn't cleaned down there, and so watching it on live stream, I saw, wow, that's pretty darn dusty. So I cleaned it up for last week's show.
Oh, I'll tell you what, it's amazing how much dust accumulates when, even with windows closed and whatnot, like when I've done the layout.
Yeah. My
when
track here,
the rent house, behind the rent house, all the dust that's accumulated over the top of it. Man.
My main layout is really due for a cleaning, so I may have to invest in that.
That's how I weather my cars.
Me too.
Yeah, let nature do it.
That's the best weathering right there is the natural kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were at an exhibition one time and we were cleaning up the layout, and one of the guys said, I brought my little portable vacuum cleaner. So he's running around on the layout, and then he comes over to me later and he says, you don't have your cars glued down? And I said, no. And he says, oh, okay. So we had to pull the vacuum apart and get all the cars out of it. The Zen scale, it's up the rent.
I can imagine the cars with that scale.
I had a rail box car. It's an old car. I've had it for a long time, and I would leave it sit on my layout. This is before I started putting tarps over the windows to keep the sunlight out of them. And it had faded one side of the car pretty good, but the other side would still look like new. So one side of the car was faded, the other side still looked new. So I should have just turned it around and let it fade the other side. Then all I would have had to do was just slap some. Then all I would have had to do is just slap some weathering out and been done.
It's all done.
Yeah, just let it fade natural.
All right,
Hey, John,
then,
can I
guys.
take my photo? Oh, yeah, that's taking my photo.
Taking my photo too.
Uh,
Yeah. All right then, guys. I'm gonna call it quits.
All right.
My sinus and nasals and everything else is acting up a bit.
I've been sneezing. I've had to keep turning the thing off.
Yeah.
You don't want to be hearing me sneezing my head off.
No. Plus, I've got to go and start taking my meds and everything else. Again, thank you very much, Anthony. Thank you very much for coming up again. And all the viewers here. As I said, I probably you won't see me much this week on other channels because I've so much to do. Support each other where you can. Everyone stay safe. Have fun. I said that the wrong way around. See you guys all during the week. And yeah, adios. Take care.
See you guys.
Good night.
Birthday, bud. Take care, guys.
Night all.
See you
night.
guys.
See.